Showdown in the Commons, Kemi Badenoch's fiery call for Keir Starmer to resign. In a heated clash during a session of Prime Minister's Questions, PMQs, in the House of Commons, Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch made a bold and unprecedented call for Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer to resign from his position. This fiery exchange underscored the escalating tensions between the Conservative opposition and the Labour government, which continues to dominate the political discourse in the United Kingdom. The confrontation, during the debate, Badenoch fiercely criticised Starmer's leadership, referencing widespread dissatisfaction among sections of the public. She pointed to an online petition calling for a general election as evidence of a growing desire for change. Her argument centered on the claim that the Labour government, despite its electoral victory, had lost the confidence of the electorate due to what she described as broken promises and failures in governance. Badenoch's attack appeared calculated to undermine the authority of the Prime Minister and capitalize on public frustration over pressing issues such as the cost of living crisis, energy policy, and ongoing challenges within the National Health Service, NHS. Her demand for Starmer's resignation was framed as a moral obligation, stating that when a leader loses the trust of the people, the honorable path is to step aside. Starmer's response, Prime Minister Starmer, however, appeared unshaken by the Conservative leader's call. In his rebuttal, he reminded the Commons of Labour's decisive victory in the general election held on July 4, 2024. That election had seen Labour secure a commanding majority, reaffirming its mandate to govern. Starmer dismissed Badenoch's comments as political theatrics, accusing the opposition of attempting to destabilize the government for their own gain. "Let me remind the House," Starmer said, "that the British people have already spoken. In July, they chose a Labour government to lead this country forward, and we will not be distracted from delivering the change they voted for." The wider political context, this confrontation comes at a time when both major parties are grappling with significant internal and external pressures. Labour, despite its majority, has faced criticism over its handling of key policy areas, with some accusing the government of failing to deliver on its ambitious campaign promises. The Conservative Party, on the other hand, is seeking to regroup and rebuild its image following its electoral defeat. Kemi Badenoch's leadership of the Conservatives marks a shift toward a more assertive and combative opposition strategy. Her demand for Starmer's resignation reflects an effort to galvanize support within her party and among the public by presenting the Conservatives as the only viable alternative to the current government. Public reaction to the clash has been mixed. Supporters of Badenoch praised her for holding the Prime Minister accountable and for addressing issues that they feel have been neglected by the Labour government. Her critics, however, accused her of grandstanding and failing to present constructive solutions to the country's challenges. Starmer's allies have rallied around him, emphasizing the need for stability and continuity in governance. They argue that the Labour government is making significant progress on key issues, including the introduction of new measures to tackle economic inequality and climate change. Implications for British politics. The dramatic exchange between Badenoch and Starmer highlights the deep polarization within British politics. For the Conservatives, the call for Starmer's resignation is part of a broader strategy to rebuild their base and challenge Labour's dominance. For Labour, the episode serves as a reminder of the need to remain focused and united in the face of opposition attacks. The incident also raises questions about the role of public opinion in shaping political discourse. The petition referenced by Badenoch reflects a segment of the population's discontent, but it remains to be seen whether this sentiment will translate into broader support for the Conservative Party. Looking ahead, as the political landscape continues to evolve, both parties will need to navigate a complex set of challenges. For Kemi Badenoch, the task is to consolidate her leadership and position the Conservatives as a credible alternative. For Keir Starmer, the priority will be to deliver tangible results that resonate with voters and reaffirm Labour's mandate. This clash in the Commons is unlikely to be the last. As the government and opposition continue to spar over the future direction of the country, the stakes for both parties, and for the British public, could not be higher.